Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19. If you missed last week's episode, we've made some pretty big changes. We lost 2/5 of our starting rotation, 40%, but in exchange, we've added. Let's look at the team home screen. I think that's with Edgar freaking Martinez. Now, Martinez has had some issues staying healthy in our campaign. But he was an absolute steal at only $3 million a year. The other thing that will immediately become apparent is we're missing Roger Clemens and Frank Castillo. This is because both players were essentially jettisoned in exchange for a pretty hefty draft haul in which we had 5 first-round picks, 2 of which were real first-rounders and 3 of which were supplemental. Right? No, 3 first-rounders, 2 supplemental. That's right, because the first round I already had. And if we look at the last draft, we can see what we acquired. Let's see here. We got Jason Regan, a promising young third baseman. He's got some holes in his game, but he's still a nice bat. We got Ted Lilly, who could potentially be a nice little back-of-the-rotation type pitcher. And we got D. Brown, who's an amazing bat if he develops, and someone we can definitely find a space for. In the supplemental round, we also picked up Brent Butler, a nice little second baseman, and a new catcher, Brian Lutterer, who is admittedly a highly flawed bat, but might run into enough baseballs to be of use as a catcher. None of these are necessarily brilliant draft picks that'll completely transform the way we play baseball. But they are a good set of draft picks, and I'm hoping that they can take us to, if not the promised land, at least a better type scenario here. How are you getting along with people? A lot of the hitters hate you, mate. We might have to find a new bench coach. Ben Reeves. What is your beef? Do I promote Ben Reeves, actually? He is considered excellent. Let's give her the old college try. Ken Berry won't be demoted, damn it. And I can't see how he would handle the Major League roster. It seems like you're kind of a pitcher's dude. Oh, I see you slightly favor prospects. Interesting. Well, we'll wait. We can always make that decision at the end. Let's proceed. Now, we did re-sign Randy Johnson, which is really good. I'm very pleased about that. And we got him for cheap, too, because he's been good but not great, mostly because he hasn't maxed out his strikeout abilities yet. And he may never do so at this stage. But we have a healthy Mike Jones, who barely pitched at all last year. We've got Jose Lima. We decided basically we either need to fish or cut bait with him. We need to give him a chance in the rotation. We've got Seeley hanging out, and he's going to be our... he'll be the next starter out. Seeley actually had a pretty fair year last year, but let's give him... I want to give Lima a chance. And if Lima kind of blows it, then we can talk about what to do to replace him. We also have some interesting parts in the minors. Gabe Kapler is someone I would dearly like to get up into the majors, but I want to make sure his contact is a bit better before I take that risk. That's an awesome year in A-ball, though. Hopefully he masters double A-ball. And of course you have Carlos Fabulous, who would be a nice addition to the roster as well. Second base, still a bit of a concern for us. We picked up Steve Sachs just to fill in for a year. But yeah, second base is definitely an area of weakness. Our biggest concern is going to be this fellow right here, Ellis Burks, who would be very, very silly if he didn't opt out. And so we're going to have to replace him in the not-too-distant future. How's Shuey's control doing? If his stuff improves, he'll make a decent reliever. But yeah, we don't have a lot of, like if we look at minor league systems, where are we not? We're still near the bottom. It'll probably take about a year for us to manage that. Now, a real problem right now is that the owner's kind of peeved at me. He thinks we're going to win the World Series this year. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. Is there anyone we want to try to re-sign? Not Sorensen. Anyone who I might want to buy out in terms of arbitration. Rogers is probably going to opt out next year. He'd be kind of dumb if he didn't. Can I try to lock up Mo Vaughn, actually? He wants a pretty modest raise. I'm going to go ahead and accept this proposal right now. Can I extend Mike Jones? No. What about Burks? Probably not. Locking up Mo Vaughn does feel good, though, because he's been consistently a pretty solid hitter. And I don't want to lose that right now. Cool. Let's go ahead and let the team do its thing. Oh, right. Anything interesting here? Not hugely. It's hard to look at any of those numbers and be super impressed. Alright, we got some people. Let's send them back to AAA. And you've cleared waivers, so there's no reason to keep you on there. A personal message. Excellent. Good timing. He signs an extension, and he has a dominating week. Nice. Man, Detroit's off to a hot-ass start. It's still super early in the season, so we can't really trust anything just yet. What do I care about Jose? Oh, because he was playing right. Edgar Martinez has a day-to-day injury. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's give it another month, and then we will decide if there's any changes we can make or should make. A bit of a knee sprain. That's alright. It'll give Tony Graffinino some extra playing time for a bit. Ooh, Denny Nagel. That's probably it for his career. Really, you can't take down Edgar Martinez right now. That's not nice. Good lord, we got a lot of injuries all of a sudden. Alright. Virtually any pitcher can take his place. Not Ted Lilly. Let's call up Eric Martinez. And you're just going to be a middle reliever until I tell you differently. This is about to go badly wrong. I think we're about to have a whole host of injuries. 3 weeks for Kenny Rogers. That's not great, but it could be a lot worse. I don't have any other pitcher who could fill in for just a few... Oh, actually, I could call up another reliever and just let... Yeah, let's do that. Let's call up Militello. And I'm going to go ahead and let Seeley have the rotation spot. Whereas this means I have no long relief, which is not the end of the world. And how long is Wells out for? Oh shit, Wells tore his rotator cuff. Or labrum, sorry. He gone. I really don't want to call up Paul Shuey, but he's the most polished of the relievers I have. Maybe Ryan Smith. This is going to be oof-worthy in terms of our relievers. Hardy, you're a setup. Man, no, congratulations. It's a good thing we got a good rotation. Our bullpen just took a bunch of punches to the gut. 2 weeks for Martinez. I will honestly simply just kind of ignore that for now. I'm really trying to protect Ted Lilly, but I don't want to bring him up if we don't have to because he is still quite young. I'd like to see him develop his pitching ability a bit first. Movan leads the AL in home runs. Cool. Any changes here? Eric Martinez got a good bit better. Seems to be enjoying himself in the majors. Jack Hardy got better. Graffinino's getting better, but again, he's still not a great everyday player. Alright. So let's make some decisions. The lineup could not be going better right now. Well, okay, the catcher sucks, but rotation and bullpen are kind of just their own things right now. I mean, Creighton Gubinich has been kind of, completely and utterly terrible. My other catcher, though, is slightly better offensively. Just slightly, though. Alright. What can we get in terms of a catcher? That's the one area I think we could upgrade at and make a significant impact. Let's check the trading block. There are no catchers. Not even one. Well, alright then. I guess we just continue on then. I could actually, this wouldn't be the worst time to set up a player filter. Or set up, no, trade needs. Here we go. Team needs. Add new. Catcher. Minimum quality, good. Let's proceed. So now we'll start getting emails about people that want to try to trade one of their catchers. Good. Getting Kenny Rogers back is a nice little promotion. We'll send down Ryan Smith. You're going to dive right in, mate. And you'll go back to being a long reliever and emergency starting pitcher. We haven't had a really good catcher since we lost Chili Davis. Really, Burks? How do you miss 2 months with a strained hamstring? Alright, we need a center fielder, or just an outfielder. If I want at least a marginally competent outfielder, I guess Larry Sutton's the guy to go with. Alright. We need to replace the center fielder. Which I guess means Mike Devereaux finds his way back into the everyday lineup. Because they don't really have a better center fielder right now. Unless Sutton plays center, he doesn't. Oh, this is a bloody nightmare. Who's good against left-handed pitching? What about you? You struggle. I'm sure Sutton does. But let's check. He can at least sort of handle himself. So yeah, he can play left field. And then generate depth charts. And then we'll just go and slide in Devereaux here to play center. No, don't do that. Oh, I see. And I guess Sutton will play here. Oh, Burks. Why did you have to get hurt? And that adds another concern to the team. Because Devereaux's not the worst replacement for Burks, but he's certainly an issue. Oh, I just promoted him. Alright, Mike Little. Get in that damn lineup. I might also move him to center. But we'll see how Devereaux does. You know what? Screw you right now. I'm tired of all the damn injuries. Do we need to fire my team trainer? Maybe I need to fire my team trainer. Yeah, I know. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with him. I'm first in stolen bases and I wasn't even trying. That's kind of neat. Team home screen. I think we're going to go ahead and promote Omar in the lineup. He's a little too good to be batting ninth right now. How's Graffinino hitting this year? He's actually hitting kind of okay. A lot better than Sachs. So I'm going to go ahead and let Graffinino play every day. And we'll just chalk up Steve Sachs as kind of a failed experiment. Alright. Let's continue. We're definitely a potential contender this year. So this wouldn't be a bad year to try to trade into a quality player or two. Scott Hatteberg. Is Scott Hatteberg what I want? He would be a lovely pick. And I don't think there's a chance in hell that you'd give him to me, but we can try it. Who had Scott Hatteberg? The A's, I think. No, come on. Who had bloody Scott Hatteberg? Oh, the Mariners. Okay. Here we go. Trade for player. I don't think there's a chance in hell we can actually pick him up. Like, what if I just absolutely gutted my prospects? I just started handing them out like they were candy. Alright, I can't give you Lutterer, but I could give you, say, Scott Kirby. I guess not. Alright. And I need you to eat a salary. Alex Ramirez, Alberto Blanco, Nick Leach. No, I can't give you Leach. Octavio Dotel. Yeah, there's no way you're going to give me Hatterberg, which is fair, because I wouldn't give you Hatterberg if I was in your position either. Another bloody setback for Edgar? Come on, dude. I'm not even going to waste my time. You're not going to give me Craig Biggio. It's just not going to happen. Guys, you're giving me amazing choices, but you're not actually going to make this happen. This is one part of the trading algorithm. I like the team needs idea, but there's literally no package I could put together to get Kendall away from the Phillies. They know it, and I know it. So I'm going to go and just delete this team need. I'm not getting offers for people that I can actually use. We should do. Hopefully, I hope we can do well against this in this Tiger series. Who made the All-Star team? Jose Lima. Holy shit! I didn't see that coming. Omar Vizquel and Edgar Martinez. Mark Grace made it over Mo Vaughn. Really? I guess Vaughn is a DH. But still. Damn, dude. Oh, well. Jose Lima. Oh, that's interesting. A mediocre reliever for a hitter with next to no potential. I mean, sure. And it's not the kind of thing that's going to change anything. Who's on the trading block this year? I don't want to do that. Player trading block. Benito Santiago. Oh, I see. Basically, you'd be a one-year rental. Which might mean I can trade for you. Let's start with a guy like, say, Chad Hermanson. Oh, and I'm going to need you to eat a salary. I'd have to give you one of my better players. But we can maybe make this happen. Do I really want to give away Omar Vizquel? I do kind of like him. I don't want to give away Lima either. Alvarez. I'm just not getting a realistic offer. What else we got? Damn it. Yeah, there's not much here. Oh well, we're just gonna have to make do with the roster we've got. Is there anyone we could promote from the minors? Ted Lilly's already lost a bit of his shine. Like, getting Burks back is going to be a nice boost to the team. Devereaux's kind of decent, but he's not... How's Mike Little hitting this year? He's playing like shit. So that's not good. Just go up to the trading deadline. Trade proposal. Why does everyone always think I need pitching? I'm fine with my pitching. I certainly don't want a turd like Mark Ferguson. Alright. Let's find a team that's rebuilding that might have a decent catcher. Hell, like, a guy like Tommy Eason would be a pretty nice upgrade. And let's suppose I offered you, say, Chad Hermanson. I can't afford it. So you're going to have to eat the salary. Okay, but I'm getting a list this time. That's good. Rafael Alvarez. And I'd throw in one of my existing catchers. Garcia. How much more do I have to add? Really? So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to add Danny Devato. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make this offer. You're getting a pretty good prospect and someone I don't care about. Submit the offer and let's see what they say. Okay. Is there a spot on the roster for him right now? Not really. Let's go ahead and send Sutton down to AAA for now. Just let him get a rehab assignment. There we go. No. That is not happening. But we're not far from making this trade happen. Could I get you to take, like... What if I threw in Devereaux? Because I'd really like to dump some payroll. Sure. Can I get you to throw in something interesting? I recognize the answer to that question is almost certainly no. But it's worth a shot. I would pee my pants for Aramis Ramirez, but that's not going to happen. What about, like, Bobby Estalella? He cannot accept it. Okay. Well, but... I'll just take this deal. We're not giving up a lot. And we're getting something... What if I took Hermanson out? Yeah, I will offer this to and see what he says. What if I gave you Steve Sachs? I'm not even using him. No, alright. What else do I have to throw in? Sure. That's going to seem like a weird trade, but we just got a pretty solid young catcher that we don't have to pay a lot of money to. And now we do need a new center fielder, for which we'll, let's see here. Garcia, we'll send down Gubinich, and we'll call up Ham. Alright, so here's how that's going to change things. Mike Little is now our everyday center fielder. Tony Eason immediately becomes our starting catcher. Oh, wait a minute. Who just got off the DL and is on a rehab assignment? Larry Sutton. Oh, he's a lefty. He's not a righty. But Dahlbach is also a lefty. Shit. I don't necessarily need one more outfielder. I need one more outfielder that can actually hit. I really don't want to call up Gabe Kapler this quickly, but he is kind of dominating. I mean, is it time? He's still got room to grow, but he looks like he's a pretty solid hitter. What is best for the team right now? Do you have any outfielders who can actually make consistent contact? No. I've been pretty much loading up on power hitting outfielders. Damn it. Ted, work on your control a bit more, but you might very well be part of this roster soon. Let's go ahead and... shit. Damn, why do you have to be a switch hitter that can't hit against lefties? Shit. Alright. Because I like Scott Bullitt, don't get me wrong, but I'm not convinced at all that he can handle left-handers. He can't. He literally only has power if he faces right-handed hitters, and he's not a good enough hitter otherwise. I think maybe we have to go ahead and play Nieves. No. Screw it. Nieves is even better than Bullitt is against hitting lefties. Part of this is the problem, is the need to carry both Mo Vaughn and Roberto Pantagni. But it's fine. I'm going to send down Ham. I'm going to call up Gabe Kapler. He fills too critical a need right now, which is someone who can face the music against right-handed pitching. Or left-handed pitching, excuse me. Alright, Kapler. You're in. And can you play left at all? Hammonds. I'd rather move Hammonds to left and have Kapler play right. Alright. Mike Little, you'll be playing center field exclusively now. Okay. Kepler. Whoops. What position is missing? Oh, catcher. We need to put in Tony Eason there. Little can go ahead and hit here. And there goes Eason. Eason. And then Mike Little into place. Mark Little in. Whichever Little to play center. There we go. And all this won't matter because in a couple of weeks, what's-his-face is coming back. Ellis Burks. Or Randy Johnson can tear a hamstring. What is with hamstrings this frickin' year? Is Ted Lilly handicapping people or kneecapping people so he can make the majors quicker? I wouldn't put him past him right now. I could call up Shuey if I wanted to continue delaying Ted Lilly. But I mean, Lilly is pretty much dominating at the minor league level in AAA at the age of 20. He's only got one hole in his game, which is his control, and it looks like he's doing well at that. Screw it. We will go ahead and make Seeley the additional starter for now. And then Lilly, you're going to come up and you're just going to pitch. I'm just calling you up to pitch innings, basically. But yeah, you're next on deck. Trade proposal. Ooh, 2000 hits for Edgar Martinez. Nice. I can't give away Pettigene right now. What does Montreal want? If you'd made this offer a couple of days ago, I would have taken it. But right now, I'm not going to bother. Because I got Tommy Eason now. So I think what'll happen is when Burks comes up, Mike Little will take. I don't really care about Larry Johnson at this stage. Go to the minors. He's not really going to accomplish much, I don't think. There goes frickin' Mike Little getting a bigger role of the damn team. Jack Hardy's getting better. Mike Little just, of course, got a lot better, and now he's hurt again. Kepler got a little better. That's good news. Shit. When does Burks come back? 2 weeks, and Little will be out for 6. I hate you so much right now, team trainer. Like, why does our trainer suck so much? He's supposed to be preventing, like, most of these injuries, and we're still just getting destroyed by him. Can any of you guys play center? No. God, no. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Ramirez can't really play center. So I guess we get Stacey Ham, who can't freaking hit, to play center field for a couple of weeks. Oh joy. Alright, it doesn't matter where he hits in the lineup. He's only going to get a couple of weeks until Ellis Burks is healthy. That's what I gotta keep telling myself. You know, this is the worst time to have... I'm gonna go ahead and designate him for assignment. Oh, it was Larry Sutton. Oh, okay. Is he the one that had, like, the amazing year a couple of years ago? No, that's another dude. I mean, Sutton is basically the same guy as Nieves. I need Kapler. Bullett's not nearly as impressive this year. I'm going to go ahead and send him down and then call up Sutton. And then Sutton is going to start hitting where Bullitt did. I think he could handle that. Or maybe Nieves. Let's compare Sutton and Nieves and see who would be the better platoon player. Better power, better eye, better contact. Much better at avoiding strikeouts. I think maybe we make Sutton that guy for now. Larry Sutton. There we go. Come on, guys. Don't keep getting hurt. Good. Okay. See you later, Hammy. Alright. This is what we desperately needed. I need Burks to be at 100% and ready to carry us into the playoffs. Because Detroit has just been dominant this year. And I don't think there's much else I can do to improve this team. Man, Tony Graffinino's really clubbering it this year. Alright, let's go ahead and bump up Pettigene. And maybe even Vizquel. There we go. What else can I do? I can't do much with the pitching staff. That's my big fear, though, because even if we make the playoffs, we don't have the great pitching staff we've had in the past. I'm just going to go ahead and release Sorensen. I mean, he hasn't done much for us. Oh my god! Why is everyone getting hurt all of a sudden? I cannot replace you. But I have to. This has just been one freaking gut punch after another. Kapler, you're my new everyday. No, I can't do that. I can't. Stick to the plan. Call up Dahlbach. He can fill in. Alright, Vizquel's leading off. He's the only hitter I've got right now that I think could handle that role. I guess Nieves will play left field against the righties. No, Dahlbach will. And then I guess against lefties... Shit. I don't even friggin' know. I guess Nieves, he's a switch hitter. Someone's got to fill the hole. We need to get on a winning streak if we're going to cement our spot in the playoffs. Like, an extended one. Otherwise, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Oh, damn, we just bitch slapped them. What can I do to improve this team? And the pitching staff's not bad, but it's not great either. We've got a decent lineup now. We're just going to have to hope for big things. Oh my... This is really aggravating. This is really aggravating. Okay, here's what I find irritating. If we look at personnel and we look at my team trainer, he's supposed to be amazing at preventing arm injuries. But they keep happening. And other than either pitching with a 6-man rotation or something, I don't know what we can do to keep this from happening in the future. And that's what I find so frustrating. Because injuries are such a big part of Major League Baseball, I need a clearer directive as to how I can keep them from happening, or at least mitigating their effects. Because this has been an obscene amount of injuries in a very short amount of time. I know some people have posted online in the comments, and they've said, hey, you know what we should do? We should lower the injuries. And that feels like a defeat to me. If I am playing at the default settings, I should have default difficulty. And this seems like it's being unfair. But I gotta deal with it. There's nothing else I can do. Rob St. Pierre, sure. Ted Lilly, you're getting a chance to start. I could always look for a guy who's legendary at preventing arm injuries, but I don't even know if that's a worthwhile investment. Are you shitting me? It's a bloody hamstring injury. You should not be out for 6 months. Oh, but we get Mike Little back. Go to AAA. I have no words right now. Okay, getting Hammonds back matters rather a lot. Lineups overview, here we go. Alright, Hammonds is playing every day, without question. Thank you, gentlemen, for your service. Dahlbach. And I think we're going to keep Omar at the top of the lineup for now. And we're going to let Hammonds bat closer to the lower half of it. Oh, get Hammonds in here. I don't want frickin' Nieves playing if Hammonds can. I think his bat will be more useful toward the bottom of the lineup. We'll get a chance to drive in some runs. And I guess play left field. There we go. Personal message. A bunch of people have never heard of her retiring. Whatever, man. Mike Greenwell? I remember him playing for the Red Sox in real life, I think. He actually wasn't half bad. He just never got a chance in my system. That's kind of a shame. Oh no, I do not need an epic comeback from frickin' Boston. Yeah, I'm not bringing you back. Okay, who is right behind me? Boston. I have to win this game to guarantee our playoff spot, and we got it. So her frickin' Ray. Why would I leave Mike Jones off the playoff roster? That's just dumb. Doesn't even make any sense. Okay. Alright. So step one. Yeah, definitely Jones. We're going to leave Seeley off the rotation. He's been the worst of the 5 pitchers this year. By almost any conceivable stretch of the imagination. So we'll let him sit in the bullpen. I like it that Ted Lilly has come out of nowhere to be my ace. But when you lose your best player, that tends to happen. Oh, I have not regenerated my depth charts all season long. That's definitely questionable. For sure. No, Hammonds is starting at left field. Why does this keep happening? Generate depth chart, please. Alright, good. Okay. Alright. I still had the best rotation in the majors again this year. I don't know how that keeps happening, but sure. The Tigers have Manny Ramirez and Mark McGwire. This is a ridiculous lineup. Good lord. All right, let's go and sim up to this. Manny Ramirez also won the batting title. No wonder Detroit's been crazy this year. Oh, that's cool. Simulate. And hey, look, Ted Lilly got his ass clobbered. Come on, Hilly. Good. Not Gennaro Campusano. Mike Jones, yes please. Yeah, 2 homers for Jeffrey Hammonds. Nice work, mate. And it's Lima time. And of course, Mark McGwire just goes crazy. Oh boy, it's all down to Ted Lilly. I can't look. Oh, I still can't look apparently. Alright, come on, Ted. Damn it! We had no chance. I mean, we just got out-destroyed again. And once again, I needed my starters to be their best in the playoffs, and they just fell flat. God damn it, Carlos Baerga. Tigers get this ridiculous lineup? It's absolutely insane. Nope, it's another first-round playoff defeat. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. At least I got beat by the MVP, basically. Because there's no reason Manny's not the MVP, right? That's just insane. I genuinely don't know what we can do to push ourselves over the top. Because we keep having injuries at the worst possible time. Like losing Kenny Rogers. I don't know if Kenny Rogers would have helped us win that series. But I do know that Ted Lilly wasn't the best person to rely upon. I mean, we've got a good team, but we're just... I just don't know. I don't know how to get over the hump at this point. Because we're making the playoffs consistently, which is great, and then we just get bounced out in the first round every freaking year. Because none of my pitchers do well. Hey, look, that wasn't at all predictable. And yeah, we'll pick a new bench coach. Oh, damn it, the guy who was going to make my bench coach is gone. Oh, well. Bench coach. Reputation. No. Manager. I'll hire a great manager to be my bench coach. I'm cool with that. Alright, how do you get along with my current players? Everyone would hate your guts. Okay. Everyone would hate your guts. Most people like you. Most of my pitchers wouldn't like you. What about Justin Augustine? Hey, he'd get along well with everybody but Ted Lilly and Jeffrey Hammonds. He's just not great at developing pitchers. Looks like he'd get along well with a lot of my players. Is Jose Lima just like an ass that nobody likes? He might well be. Steve Oreo. Yeah, this Joe Torre guy, I've heard good things about him. Yeah, like half the players on the team would despise him. Well, who was that guy? Was that Bo Jameson? Yeah, let's get Bo Jameson. There you go. Salary arbitration hearings. I'm gonna non-tender you. Graffinino's fine. I wouldn't mind trying to lock down Hammonds for a couple more years. Can I go like 3 years out of you? No. That's fine. I can't get a good deal for Burks. Damn it. And I know I can't re-sign him. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why do I have so much money all of a sudden? Did I get a new owner? All of a sudden, like, my payroll just, like, shot through the roof. Now, that creates an interesting scenario. I had no idea that would happen. Damn. then bringing back Burks is entirely feasible. Let's try 3 years, mate. That's as much as I'm willing to give you right now. You're injured way too often. I'll give you a 4-year deal with 2 team options. There we go. You take that deal, and I would take that deal as well. That's good. I wonder why all of a sudden, by the amount of money I can spend, just like shot through the roof. I'm not going to question it, though. Alright, fine. All you jerks can come off the DL. Even Randy Johnson would have been a nicer improvement. Oh, yes. And this is a good deal because I don't mind that he costs a good bit of money, but I do mind that Burks is getting older and he is having injuries. So the fact that all of a sudden I have a load of extra cash is really quite helpful. Let's go ahead and max these out. Not max them out by any stretch, but let's go ahead and kick them up to where they need to be for the league baseline. Alright. Most importantly, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he just got downgraded, didn't he? You know what, mate? I'm firing you. I'm gonna find a new team trainer. I'm sick of your shit. Edwin Ramirez is great at everything but leg injuries, but leg injuries are still an issue. He's definitely a healer rather than a preventer. We're going to pick Paul Craig because it's outstanding at healing arms, where the last guy's really excellent. Brilliant at preventing leg injuries and arm injuries. I think he's perfect. This will hopefully keep our pitchers in a little bit better position. That's my hope anyway. And we got my bench coach. Nice. If we can get a really outstanding reliever... Vizquel got another Gold Glove. Edgar Martinez got himself a Silver Slugger at third base. Nice. I'm not even going to bother checking any of the other awards. I know we didn't come close to winning shit, and we didn't deserve it either. And we got a new trainer. We need... Oh, holy shit, look at that trifecta for Anaheim. This is a good draft. But my draft pick won't be that great. A trade proposal. What are you offering me? A bad pitcher for a bunch of other crap. No. Let's go to the Hall of Fame voting. I'll throw another vote toward Bobby Bonds. And I'll vote for Joe Coleman. Larry Dierker for sure. Gotta love Darrell Evans and Doc Ellis. I'll keep pushing for Bobby Grich, but I doubt he gets in. Oh, Bob Moose. Gary Nolan. Rick Wise, I guess. Oh, Robin Yount for old time's sake. Free agency filings. Okay, a pitcher like Mike Messina would be an amazing addition to this team. So would Albert Bell. So we're going to quickly check. I still got crap tons of money. Maybe we're going to increase. What are the Yankees charging for their tickets? They're probably up to like $20, $25. $13. I'm still one of the cheapest tickets in the league. I'm going to go up to $7. There we go. I want a World Series. I'm willing to spend for the World Series. Albert Bell would look a mighty fine addition to our roster, particularly since the outfield's been a bit weak for us. We'd be spending a lot of money to get Bell and Messina. But it might be worth it. Or we could grab like Jeff Kent. Kent would be a really nice addition. He'd be a lot cheaper too. Alright. So what are we going to do here? Albert Bell sounds like such a nice addition. Okay, how good is Moose in this version of the game? He's not as amazing. He's really good. Like, Darryl Kyle's almost as good. The difference is, though, right? Kyle and Messina are both young. Isn't it all clear to me that Messina... Well... we're going to lose a first-round draft pick if we sign any Type A free agent, which I think is fine. I do need a top-line starter. If we go for Moose and Bell, I won't be able to sign anyone else, probably for quite a while. But they would both very quickly fix two of my bigger holes. Alright, I'm going to put in an offer on Bell. This is fine. I'm going to put in an offer for Mike Messina. Oof. I think I'd rather have Darryl Kyle, actually, because he's almost as good as Messina. And more importantly, I don't have to worry about the frickin' he just chooses to opt out bullshit. Can I get a couple of team options out of you, mate? There we go. And with the $3 million I have left, we'll see what kind of offers I can make. But let's see what happens now. A trade proposal. Mark Guthrie. A reasonable reliever. For an outfielder without much of a future. I've heard worse offers. And this is one of them. I'm not going to make that deal. No, I'm not giving up Pettigene right now. I got Albert Bell. Okay, let's go. I do not need another outfielder. I just don't. Getting Bell and Kyle might be enough to put us over the top. Maybe. Houston is putting together a better offer for him. How much more do you want? As long as you take the team option, I don't mind paying you quite a bit. We'll see what happens. I'm also not going to get in a bidding war. If you choose not to sign, I'll just find another pitcher I can get cheaper. Yeah, you know what? I'd rather have Jeff Kent or another pitcher. Oh, I would lose my second round draft pick if I signed another Type A free agent. That is an issue. I could get Greg Vaughn. Or I could just wait till after the draft and see what happens. What is Messina wanting these days? I'll make him an offer because I don't mind the opt-out in his case. Oh, derp. There we go. Nah, now the Astros are coming after you now. How much do you want now? I'm going to offer one more time to you. Because Houston can't sign both of them, I don't think. Although if they're at payroll increase like mine just did, maybe they can. That's a really good draft class. And I have no first round pick. Awesome. I did have 5 in the last draft, so I guess maybe this is just, you know, compensating a bit. I mean, Jeff Zimmerman wouldn't be the worst second round pick I've ever heard of. Max St. Pierre's a pretty good all-around hitter, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab him. Auto draft. And I'll go ahead and grab Zimmerman with my 3rd round pick. And then there's a bunch of players that aren't that exciting. I'll just go ahead and auto draft the rest of this. I wasn't going to have a great first round pick anyway, and I think this is a better... I think getting Albert Bell was a better choice, in my opinion. If we don't end up with Darryl Kyle, we don't end up with Darryl Kyle. I'm not going to be too fussed about that. But I just want a good rotation workhorse. I don't have to worry about losing because he decides to opt out of his bloody contract again. That's just very irritating to me. Chicago ended up with Messina, right? Alright. Let's quickly check my Rule 5 draft pool and see if there's anyone I want to keep. Tyson Young, I can't be bothered with. A lot of these guys I can't be bothered with. If other people want to take them, they're welcome to do so. Okay. I will advance up to my pick, I guess. Is there anyone interesting? Rick Dunham wouldn't be the worst bullpen arm I've ever heard of. Speaking of which, I do need a new bullpen arm. But yeah, I think we'll just skip through this. And I'll spend some cash on... once I see how Darryl Kyle lands, we'll put in some money into the bullpen. We got Kyle. Good. Alright. These will be like a minor leaguers. Okay, cool. What can we do to improve the bullpen? That's the last thing I think we can work on this offseason. I don't have a lot of money to spend. Let's go ahead and grab Kutzler. We'll find a spot for him somewhere. How was Jack Hardy for us last year? Wasn't he pretty decent? Yeah, we could bring him back. Sure. And I'll get one more reliever if we can find a good deal. Moro Gazzo. Eh. $2.8 million for Storm Davis is actually a pretty decent offer. What about Greg Bell? Yes, Greg Bell. You'll be the last guy I put in for. There we go. This has been an expensive offseason, but I'm hoping this will push us over the top. I mean, we kept Ellis Burks, who I thought we were going to lose. We added Albert Bell, making our lineup just disgustingly awesome. And we added... Ooh, no one made the Hall of Fame this year. That's a shame. We added a new starter. I think this was a good deal. A personal message. That's fine. And everybody signed. Good. I think that represents a nice upgrade to the bullpen. And we have a legitimate workhorse ace again. Now we have too many starters again. Oh well. I realize we didn't look at the stats from last year, and I think it might be too late, but maybe not. No. Go away. Why would anyone want him? I don't think it's too late yet, actually. How did we do last year? Albert Bell doesn't count because he wasn't actually on the team. But Edgar Martinez does. And boy, did we get what we paid for with him and then some. Awesome. Burks was very productive, if a bit more hurt than usual last year. Vizquel almost put up league average offense in addition to his brilliant defense. Vaughn had a great year. Tony Graffinino was great. Hammonds was good. Pettigene was pretty solid. Eason was a nice acquisition. A full year him will help, surely. And the rest of the team was a bit more disappointing. But we're effectively replacing Larry Sutton with Albert Bell. And I think anyone would agree that's an upgrade. How did pitching go? Kyle would have been the best pitcher on our roster, but Mike Jones had a good year, as did Lima and Hathaway. Kenny Rogers was hurt quite a bit, so I can't get too mad at him for that. So was Johnson. Good. Good. We didn't have a really outstanding reliever last year. That was the thing we were missing. Belliard was quite decent, though. Quite decent indeed. And we'll make some decisions about what to do with them at the end of spring training. He's even raised my budget. Damn. I'm not used to this. He's being way too nice to me. This is going to bite me in the... We now have the number 4 payroll in the majors. Oh dear. That's going to go fine. Sure. Damn, Jeff Kent milked the shit out of San Diego. I'm glad we didn't go for him. Damn, $31 million. Why do you keep offering me pitchers? I don't need pitchers right now. Right now, I say that. Alright, any minor leaguers who want to give a shot to in spring training? Alberto Blanco has exploded onto the radar. I'm willing to give him a shot in spring training. Anyone else? Not in AAA. Okay. What happened to Fabulous? Oh, there he is. Okay. I'm still cautiously optimistic about D. Brown's bat. Cautiously. I'm going to put Jeffrey Hammonds in left field. Mo Vaughn's declining a little bit more than I'd like him to at this stage in his career. But dude hit 40 homers last year. So he can't be all that bad. Alright, let's go ahead and have you set up all the things. And let's have you set up all the things. Yeah, Kyle, Rogers, Johnson, Hathaway, and Jones is a pretty damn strong rotation. Even though it does push Lima out for right now, I'm okay with that. Because I'm sure someone will get injured before the beginning of the year. Not several someones. Yeah, hey! Thanks, Jose Lima. I really appreciate that. Freaking injuries, man. Freaking injuries. I feel really bad for him, too, because he had a pretty strong season. Haha, Roger Clemens got hurt. Ron Gant is at least interesting, but I'm not giving up Randy Johnson. Gant would be a... Oh, Lord, look at that contract. Nope. Nope. Hammond should be ready for opening day or close to it. Let's play another week at a time. Of all the people to blow out his arm, I didn't expect Jack Hardy to do it. Everyone's getting bloody Tommy John surgery these days. Let's sim one more week, and then we'll see where we're at in terms of another trade proposal. Is it a real one? I don't want Ron Gant. Even if I could afford him, I'm not interested. I know Graffiano won't be anywhere near that good again. 7 weeks out for Johnson. I'll put him on the 60-day DL. Just so that he's off the 40-man. I've had quite a few catastrophic injuries. Alright. So, I think most of what we need to get rid of is pitchers, because we're sitting on 17. I like having the extra outfielders, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to drop 5 pitchers, and then we'll go from there. So, who are my worst 5 pitchers? Smith, clearly. That's 1. Blanco is 2. Militello is 3. Shui is 4. Pierre is 5. I'm usually with 12 pitchers, so let's go ahead and put our staff together. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make Kyle the ace, obviously. Kenny Rogers would be the second place pitcher. Then Hathaway. Then Jones. And then I guess Lilly or Seeley. Here's the thing, right? His ERA is pretty huge, and it's because he walks people. Do I just, at this point, do I just convert him to a super mega reliever? Or do we go ahead and give him another chance to start? .71. He's always going to give up homers. But if he can keep a crazy high K rate, that won't be as big an issue. I'm going to pick Seeley for now, but he's going to be on a short leash. You're going to be long relief, emergency starter. Now for the rest of the team. I guess Belliard's kind of the closer by default. I'm going to make you an 8th plus closer. Bell would be a good setup, dude. Turan, you're going to be a specialist. Kutzler will be a setup man. We have a lot of junk ballers in the pen. And then we got Wells and Martinez. Both of whom will just slot in as regular middle relievers. There we go. Okay, position players. We need to ditch 5 of you. A lot of these that we're going to get are going to be outfielders, so gone. Ham, you got worse as a center fielder. That was your one selling point. You're off the team. Little is useful as a utility guy because you play center. So we'll keep him on the roster. Bullock contributed almost nothing. I think he had his 1 year of fame. I think Bullet can be waived and designated for assignment. Still have a lot of outfielders. Sutton can go. Brings us to 6. How much longer are you out? Only 2 weeks. Maybe send down Kapler. I'd like Kapler to play every day. Alright, and there we go. That was easy. Alright, lineups. Nuke 'em all. Alright. Batting ratings. Overall. Okay. I thought Burks, before he got hurt, worked really well as a number 2 hitter. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep him in as the number 2. Yeah, I think that's a good use of Burks. Now. Ooh, Edgar or Bell is the number 3 hitter. I think it's got to be Bell. Just because his power is just so awesome. We want him to have every chance to just obliterate baseballs. Martinez will be the cleanup hitter. No, you know what? Let's make Bell the cleanup hitter. I think it works more naturally that way. Especially since Martinez is so good at getting on base. We want to put as many people that can get on base in front of Bell as possible. And then that way Vaughn can fill his most natural role as the number 5 hitter. He'll play first base when there is no DH and DH when there is a DH. Okay. Pettigene will bat 6th. When we have a DH, rather. And then we have an interesting question, and I think Hammonds is still our leadoff guy. But maybe not. He's actually never been great at getting on base. Maybe he is better off lower in the lineup. Which does create the issue that we then don't have a clear leadoff guy. Not Pettigene, Hammonds. I think for now Omar can be the leadoff guy. He's not awful at getting on base, and I don't really have a better option unless I have Vizquel bat 2nd and have Burks bat leadoff. Alright, so this leaves us with Eason at 8th, playing catcher. Or 7th, as the case may be. You know, could really use, we could use like Ichiro, or whatever the equivalent of Ichiro would be. That would be a really nice addition to this team. And then Graffiano will play 2nd. He'll bat 9th. Of all the players I think will improve this coming year, I'm not sure who I would pick to get better. Pettigene, maybe. Yeah, Pettigine's got a little more character in his bat than this. I think we could see him hit maybe 20 home runs. Of all the players who I know is going to get worse, high. I don't see you hitting consistently above 290 ever again. I'm going to take what I got, and I'm going to count myself lucky. But you definitely know that I'm shopping for a new second baseman. I have mixed feelings about the top of this lineup, but I don't think I care enough to push down Burks and push up Vizquel, or push down Vizquel. This is a real good lineup. I'm real happy with it. Rotation is good. Could be a tiny bit better, but we'll see how Kyle does. I'm putting a lot on his shoulders. If he puts together, say, 1995, I think we have a very good chance of making the playoffs and maybe even doing some damage. Has he been injured a lot? Did I just miss like a big part of his injury history? Injuries. Ooh. Yeah, he had a pretty nasty injury back in 93. I've got to hope that's he rebounds from that. You know, Kenny, you've had a lot of problems staying healthy the last couple of years. That's not very encouraging. I think we've got a very well-rounded rotation, but I'm worried about upside. Because it's also a very old pitching staff. Besides Ted Lilly. And Kyle, I guess. Kyle's still on the right side of 30. I think this is Seeley's make-or-break year. He's been productive, but he's never, taken a step forward. And I know it's not because of our defense, because we've got a pretty solid defense, so we'll see what happens. Let's sim up to opening day, and then I will leave you folks for another week. Oh no, not Scott Bullitt. Don't take him away. I like how obsessed I was with platoons last season, and now I'm just like, I have Albert Bell. Platoons are now meaningless to me. I mean, we could platoon Jeffrey Hammonds. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad thing to end the episode on. Would be to just take a real quick check and see if we can maximize Jeffrey Hammonds. Colorado ended up with him. This worries me. I added 2 really top-notch players, and now you're like, I just want you to win more than half your games. That makes me very suspicious. Oh, Little got better, actually. That's nice. Okay. Yeah. The Rockies are getting scary good, too. Damn. Right. Does Jeffrey Hammonds have an extreme platoon split? No. He's on a pretty even keel, all things considered. Let's go ahead and fill out the depth charts. I don't mind Gubin. I don't mind Little getting some playing time here and there. Wait, how did Pedro Castellano make the roster? Oh, because I don't have Gomez anymore. Oh, we better change that right now. I don't want a player who can't play shortstop being my dude. You can only play shortstop. Dave Berg only really plays second. Guevara's not terrible. And Castellano plays third and short, I guess. I think he's alright. I'm not too enthused about him, but he's not the worst choice. Here's our leadoff hitter of the future. Right here. If Mr. Fabulous can put together a strong year in AAA, he'll be up sooner rather than later. A good second baseman, very nice speed, good smart base runner. I like it. I should give Alex Ramirez a try at some point. He's more like a useful bat off the bench type than he is like the kind of guy you try to force into the lineup. Madrano. He's up in. Castellano will be fine for now, I think. And plus, it gives us someone to give Edgar a break in the field if we need him to. Cool. I think that'll do it for this episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19. So, hope you guys have enjoyed. If we can't make a serious dent in the playoffs, I don't know what we have left that we can do. Besides just start, like, shooting starters that don't pitch in the playoffs. But, thank you for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Share some thoughts on how we can maybe just get this team over the hump. I would settle for getting out of the first bloody round at this point. Because it's been a while. If we look at the Toronto leaderboards, there was the one year we made it to the World Series and we lost. I think it was 89. Maybe. But we will see what happens, my friends. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been Indian, and I bid you good day.